Welcome back to Good Day. So while it might not be the kind of book I would pick up first, it's still a very popular read, especially at the beach in the summer.
Yeah, Stephen won't admit it, but he is a romantic at heart. He's wearing the red today.
Oh, yeah.
And romance books are some of the best-selling. Local author Constance Phillips joins us with Kelsey, Nevis of the Wood County District Public Library with an invitation for romance readers and the writers. Good morning. Thanks for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Okay, so how long have you been writing?
I think it's been about 18 years.
Okay.
Seeking publication for that long. I always say I started writing as soon as I could pick up a pencil, you know. I've always been telling stories, but yeah, it's been about 18 years I've been professional at it.
And romance is the genre.
So I do have to ask this question just to get us started. You ready?
Yeah.
It's not super loaded, but what makes a good romance novel?
The connection between the hero and heroine. That's what I say. I always like, you know, the world's kind of crazy, so it's always nice to see two people connecting. And you know, romance encompasses several different subgenres. There's the paranormal, where you get your vampires or your fairies or what have you, and the suspense, where they're working together to try to solve a crime, or mine are more small town romance, second chance romance. So
I like those kinds.
Yeah. Second chance.
Yeah, I like those kind. But you know, it does make you happy. You know,
Right.
when you know. And I think when you crack one open, you're like, I have an idea that this is going to have a happy ending, right? So you're not all like already nervous and stressed out.
Yeah, even if they're going through a whole bunch of stuff, you know, in the end, it's probably going to be okay.
So at the end of it all, when someone reads one of your novels, they're looking at this as romance, is full of love. How are you expecting them to, I guess, kind of walk away from it? What's the hope there?
Go ahead for me. Just with that positive, you know, a positive feeling that, you know, good things can happen, and that people who really care about each other can end up together.
Yeah.
Very good. So you're going to be at an event at the library on Saturday. Tell us what folks can expect when they come out for that.
Sure. So they'll, of course, meet a bunch of authors like Constance here from the Maumee Valley Romance Writers Incorporated. They'll be able to talk with those authors. They'll be able to learn about more how they can get published, learn more about, of course, local authors are very, very important to our community, and just kind of experience the read, get to know something that they've not experienced before, pick some up. We have a raffle. They'll be speaking about their works in person, so just a whole bunch of stuff they can learn that day.
And I did see, I think you all are going to be promoting folks to write their own novels as well. So let's talk about that.
Of course.
Yeah, the event's kind of twofold. It's for people who read and want to meet romance authors or talk to other readers who love romance too. And then also, if there's anyone else in the community or other people in the community who want to write romance, you know, we're here. We're a professional organization. We help each other work toward publication. Our meetings, we have sessions that are maybe dedicated to the craft, you know, how to, and some are to the business end of, you know, how to get a writer, or an author, an editor, or an agent, I mean. And then sometimes we just do creative stuff, you know, to kind of get our minds going. But we meet once a month, and just a professional organization. So we're here if you're interested in joining us. Come out and check us out.
You know, I think a lot of people may not know. You know, we pick up the book, we read it, we enjoy it, right? We don't necessarily know what all goes into getting that book in print.
Yeah.
So there's probably a lot of challenges that authors need to go through.
Sure. Yeah, it's a tough business, but you know, you work at it and you keep plugging away, and you can get there.
So where do you draw your inspiration? Like, are you drawing this from people you come across, maybe a movie, you connect this movie to this and say, hey, that will make a good book, or life experiences? Where are you getting this inspiration?
Everyday life. I mean, little things I'll pick up, you know, I'll see someone like, oh yeah, that would make a really good plot line. All That's Unspoken is part of my Sunnydale series. There's a therapeutic horse farm that helps kids with disabilities. Both my kids rode horses as a child, so you know, I kind of drew from that, and then what I learned about like using animals for therapy. and kind of put that together. So the
So-
romances happen around that.
So you better watch out. You say something, you do something. Constance is writing a book about you.
That's right, you know.
But you know, it is important that you all host these types of events for people in the community. You know, talk a little bit about why you all do this.
Sure. So as a library, of course, we're your kind of source of information. We want to promote, as I said, these local authors are so super important to our community. We want people to, of course, write books to fill our shelves. We want people to experience something new when they come in. You know, even though you're maybe not a romance reader, you can find something you enjoy, and maybe you like different parts of the story. Maybe it really speaks to you on some level. So the more people we can have books in hands, that's super important. And of course, the more people we can inspire to try their hand at writing or to try something new is always super important as well.
So people can just come out on Saturday? What time?
Absolutely.
You know, do they need to sign up ahead of time, any of that?
Nope, you don't need to sign up. It's August 12th, this Saturday. It'll start at 11 o'clock, but you can come and go as you please.
Right.
So come out, meet some authors, and hear them talk about their work.
Very cool.
Some readings, we'll do a Q&A. We've got 6 raffle baskets, so come and have fun.
It's always nice to get the story behind the story.
Yes.
So, and I'm sure with the Q&A, you'll be able to offer some context to some of these stories.
Any questions about the industry, we'll answer it, or where we get our inspiration.
He's got all the questions.
Yeah. I just want to know.
No, I get it. I do too. It's very interesting. Ladies, thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, absolutely.